Hi everyone, my name is Anastasiia and I am product manager at Adevinta. Today I'm really excited to talk about topic that's central to success of our company, which is scale and experimentation at Adevinta. But before we dive into the topic, I'd like to take a moment to introduce myself and share a bit about my background. So I've been working in analytics for 8 years now, starting as a data analyst and transitioning into product management with focus on experimentation. Currently, I manage our internal A/B testing platform. Throughout my career, I've been passionate about using data to guide decision making, to discover the dependencies that we have within customer flow. And that's exactly what A/B testing allows us to do. I think it's one of the most powerful tools in modern business for improving products, the ones that are coming based on real user data. So today I'm gonna go through the journey that we had in Adevinta and how we scaled experimentation in a company. So let's take a look at the agenda. We'll cover four main areas today. Firstly, I'll explain a bit about organization. It's essential to understand the context in which we operate and why we needed to scale experimentation. And I'll touch on specific challenges we faced. Then, really shortly, we will go over the tools that we use, including our internal experimentation platform and why we built it in house. And then we'll dive into cultural aspect of experimentation. This one is a big. We're having right because we have right tooling now, and I think that having the right tools it's important. But without supporting it with experimentation culture, I think even the best tools won't get used properly. And I'm going to share some key insights from our journey in building that culture. And finally, I will have a little gift for you, something practical that I hope you can take back and use in your organization. So let's start. Firstly, I would like to tell that Adevinta is a global company. It operates in 10 different countries and it has over than 25 digital marketplaces uh, around the globe. So these marketplaces are focused primarily on classified ads for second-hand goods. And I think you might recognize some of our brands depending on where you're located. So let's say, for example, in Spain, we have Milanuncios, InfoJobs, Fotocasa. In France, you may know Leboncoin. In Germany, it's Mobile.de, and Kleinanzeigen, etc., etc. And well, the diversity of the portfolio that we have means that we need to cater to variety of markets and users. I am coming from central team, so we're serving all the marketplaces. And well, as a result of the complexity that we have, like it's very important that we cover all the needs that are coming from our users. By users, I mean marketplaces. So, well, each one has unique needs, different audiences, local preferences, and it makes it essential to adapt our experimentation approach accordingly to those. So, let's move to the next slide, where we talk about some specific challenges that we have due to the scale of our operations. So, as you can imagine, with 2.5 billion monthly visits across all our platform, we don't have really big problem with traffic. We always have enough to test. And well, we have plenty of opportunities for experimentation in that regard. With over than 25 products in portfolio, There's always something to optimize or improve. And we're also a large organization with more than 5.7 employees. So when I talk about scale and experimentation, it's not just about implementing tools, it's about ensuring that diverse, distributed team across multiple countries and time zones can collaborate effectively. And well, this presents its own challenges. So we need to ensure that everyone from data analysts to product managers understands how to set up and run experiments, and more importantly, how to interpret the results and how to act on them. So we needed to tackle both technical and cultural challenges to succeed. I think this picture represents it all. Like
Hi, this is Romo Santiago, founder of Experimentation. To celebrate our 5th anniversary, we are holding weekly giveaways until November 29th. Prizes include books, free consultation services, and even a t-shirt. To enter, simply join Experimentation Slack and fill out the entry form that can be found in the description or through the QR code on the screen. Now back to the session.
tooling was an obvious challenge. We're dealing with a large portfolio of marketplaces, many of which didn't join Adevinta at the same time. Some were acquired later, and each of them brought their own legacy systems, analytics setups, and sometimes entirely different ways of conducting A/B tests. And this lack of standardization made it difficult to draw consistent insights and manage experimentation across the board. But well, culture was the other major hurdle. Not all marketplaces were accustomed to using A/B testing as a core part of their decision-making progress. In fact, some were hesitant to adopt it. Others had established practices, but they were all different. They varied widely. So we had to solve both, unify the tools, but also create a culture that embraced experimentation at every level. So when we talk about experimentation at Davinta, there are two key pillars, tooling and culture. On the tooling side, we had to find a way to standardize A/B testing across all the marketplaces while still be able to cater to the unique needs of each one of them. There is no one size fits all solution, so we had to get creative there. On the cultural side, we had to encourage and promote experimentation mindset, and this was especially important because some marketplaces that were familiar with A/B testing were on board already, but we had others that had no real framework, and they didn't know like how to run experiments. They were not doing that much. So we tackled the problem from both angles, and that's when this started to come together. Um, so let's start with the tooling. After evaluating some various, well, quite a lot of actually tools that existed on the market, we realized that none of the third party solutions met the specific needs of all our marketplaces. And also, it was quite cheaper to develop the one internally. So, we needed a tool that could scale across multiple regions and different types of businesses. So yeah, we built our own platform that is called Houston. It started 8 years ago, but about 3 years ago we completely revamped it. There was a massive focus coming from organizational leadership to A/B testing. We got a lot of support, and well, before there was resistance, some marketplaces openly said to us that they wouldn't use our internal tool because it wasn't meeting their needs. But we listened to them. We iterated and improved the platform. So today, many of those early skeptics are now ambassadors for Houston, actively promoting its use within their teams and even other marketplaces. The turnaround, I must say, was huge, and I think it's a testament to the importance of listening to your users and continually improving the product. But not gonna go much into detail about like what we have within the tool because I think it's very specific and custom for each business. If you want, reach out for me in LinkedIn and we can talk about that one later individually. But today I would like to focus more on building experimentation culture. So, well, without the right culture, even the best tools, as I told already, I think will sit unused. Building a culture of experimentation, it's all about getting people to embrace testing as a core part of their workflow. In some of our marketplaces, product managers and engineers were already familiar with A B testing, but others needed more support. So we started by forming an A B testing community. We reached out to volunteers from each marketplace and we asked them to join us. And well, we got a fantastic response. This community became a key driver for sharing best practices, troubleshooting, and developing new ideas. And today I'm going to go with you through our main 8 ideas that we implemented, and then the small gift as I promised you. So the first one, thing well that we did actually as the global community, we introduced the global golden pass, which was actually essential thing for the organization. It's that set steps for running experiments. It basically helps you to go through the all the A/B testing process, from hypothesis creation to calculating statistical significance. And well, this framework made it easier for new team members to get started with A/B testing and ensured that everyone was following a consistent process. Then the next thing that we did was educational programs. So education was another big focus area for us. We developed training programs starting with basic concepts and expanding into more advanced topics. We understood pretty quickly that we need to speak the same language. That's why our goal was to ensure that everyone from data scientist to product manager was speaking the same vocabulary when it came to experimentation. These courses are now part of our onboarding process, which helps a lot to set up, to instill an experimentation mindset from first day at work. We also made sure to include quizzes, so you can see it on slide, and interactive elements to keep people engaged. And well, for more advanced users like data scientists, we've created specialized training that dives into more technical aspects of A/B testing. So, no matter what your role is, there is a resource available to help you to understand and participate in our experimentation efforts. Yeah, to further streamline the process, we focused on integrating our tools. This way, once you set up an experiment, the data automatically flows through the system and you don't have to switch between platforms. This kind of integration has been key in making A/B testing more accessible and, well, easier to use. We also created a platform where people can share the results of their experiments across the company. This was important because it allowed teams to learn from each other's successes and failures without having to reinvent the wheel. A marketplace in Germany, for example, could learn from an experiment conducted in Spain, leading to, well, faster insights and, well, better decision making across the board. What else? Quality scoring. So, well, we didn't stop there. To further support our teams, we built a quality score calculator for experiments. And well, this tool helps people access their test. It set up correctly, if it's set up correctly, and if the data is valid. And it provides basically immediate feedback, which is incredibly useful, especially for those who are newer to A/B testing. Um, then, what else? Events and initiatives. So I am talking now here with you. That is also part of the initiatives. We were organizing meetups, we were organizing internal conferences around experimentation. We also have a tech blog where we write information about our experimentation platform, the best practices, how it works, and well, the challenges that we face. I must say that really good promotion for experimentation and an incredible driver for the new joiners to move forward. We've seen for ourselves that after events, you can see kind of peak that people start to use experimentation tool a little bit more. Then data science for experimentation. Um, for advanced users, well, particularly data scientists, we made sure that they had access to raw data and tools to like Python packages to perform deeper statistical analysis. And well, it helped us to grow because basically what we did, we gave access to everyone to the data behind A/B testing tooling to raw data. We enriched it with Python packages, and they were able to develop some new things, new methodologies that they would like to implement, or another way to calculate significance within the tool. We were looking into those ideas, and that's our like constant idea bank that we use to take something new to the product to automate that. So kind of we gave a lot of freedom, and we saw that well, it's very fruitful to do that. Last but not the least, this one is in progress now, so we haven't finished that one. We did integrate generative AI for our documentation, and not only documentation regarding the tool, but also A/B testing essentials, the data that we have. So you can kind of chat with bot and ask questions, and they will answer you in a better way possible, which minimize our support time as a team. And currently, we're working on a decision mode, which is basically using generative AI to help you interpret the results. Currently, we don't have it as a generative AI. We have just like 5 scenarios where after you received positive or negative result for your A/B test, we say like, hey, you need to test more. Did you reach your sample size? What to do with significance? What does it mean? Like we recommend to roll out or not to roll out, but we want to go even further and help customers to understand better the results that they have. So that's kind of ongoing. So wrapping up, all of these efforts have paid off for sure. Since we implemented these changes, we've seen a massive increase in the number of experiments that run across the company. So last quarter alone, we had over 25 billion impressions from our experiments, and that's a huge leap compared to previous year, where we saw similar numbers across an entire year. We also trained over than 400 people on experimentation and well created a robust support system and fostered a collaborative community. But the biggest benefit has been the way experimentation is now a core part of how we operate. Teams are making data driven decisions backed by solid evidence, and that's leading to better products and ultimately better results for our customers. Well, and now, as I promised, there is a small gift. So here it is. We've created a detailed guide that walks you through how to build a successful experimentation culture in your organization. It includes templates, checklists, and well, best practices. And you can scan this code and get our global golden pass. So that was actually a starting point for us, and I hope that might be a starting point for you as well. Thank you so much for your time and your attention today. I hope you found this presentation valuable, and I'd like to take any questions you might have. after this session and LinkedIn profile. Thank you so much.
Hi, this is Romo Santiago, founder of Experimentation. To celebrate our 5th anniversary, we are holding weekly giveaways until November 29th. Prizes include books, free consultation services, and even a t-shirt. To enter, simply join Experimentation Slack and fill out the entry form that can be found in the description or through the QR code on the screen. Now back to the session.